Hello everybody, it's Arianova, and I've returned once more with a sketchbook tour. This is my sketchbook from, I believe, late 2016 to late 2017, so it's about a year. So it's been a while since I've looked at this sketchbook, so it's going to be pretty much just as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. This is when I first started getting into coloring with watercolor. I think I just started watching Love Teacup Kisses on YouTube, and so I wanted to really start getting into my own traditional art style, because before then I had just been doing mostly digital work. So I wanted to figure out how to color my traditional art. And I believe the very first one I did with the watercolor markers, the Kuretake markers that I use, was with this. I didn't even finish it, as you can see. I never could get the colors to blend together well, and I tried lining with this really thick Sharpie marker or something like that, and it really didn't come out too great. But it's actually not that bad. This is back when I was still into soft grunge and Tumblr and stuff. See here, I don't know if you can see that, but I dated it Yanni16. Yanni is my old artist pen name. And over here, I signed it Ayanova16, so this was a little bit later in 2016. Oh yeah, and then this down here. Little random alien dude. So it's probably around the time when I started just first getting into My Chemical Romance, because Gerard Way released Hesitant Alien, and I really started getting into alien stuff because of that. Okay, next one. Oh yeah, I was trying to do this Tim Burton-y type style, because Tim Burton's one of my what do you call it? Inspiration, idol artists. And I wanted to do something like Cabbage Patch Kids, but a lot crazier. It's really cute, like chibi sort of style. I haven't done chibi in forever, or at least I haven't done chibi regularly in forever. Oh, hey, look, blank page. I think I was starting to draw an alien OC, but I never finished it. Oh yeah, you can see some of the orange color pencil over here, but I never finished it. Okay, so this was a self-portrait. I ended up not going with this one, but there's a jellyfish on my shirt. Other than a vampire squid, which is the thing that you see in my header of my YouTube profile, I really like jellyfish too, and orcas. I like aquatic stuff, honestly, but I ended up not going with this. Oh, this page is way later. I didn't even sign it, so I don't know when that was, but this was way later with the watercolor markers. See, my blending had gotten better, and I'd use a smaller marker, or I just got better at using the markers. So that's way later. But this is way earlier, when I had first opened my Tumblr, and I started an art challenge. I never even finished the art challenge because I started to get bored with it. But I actually really like this one. Owl is another one of my favorite animals. I would imagine that the prompt was favorite animal, and this one was probably favorite food. It's a Chipotle burrito. And favorite pastime, watching YouTube. This little doodle right here, it says, "My dad's so cool. I want to be just like him when I grow up." And it's a baby Grim Reaper on the back of Big Grim Reaper. I like dark stuff. Okay, I think this was also part of, or was it? Yeah, I'm not sure. It might or might not have been part of that same Tumblr challenge that I never finished. But I wanted to draw Space Cat because I was still into space stuff. And I did draw this with the Kuretake markers. I think this is way better than the owl, even though they're both still cute. And I didn't use the because I used to use that orange color pencil, because Love Teacup Kisses uses like a pink orange, or not pink orange, she uses a pink color pencil for her sketches. So I wanted to use orange, but it kind of didn't work, so I stopped using that, and I went in with just regular pencil, I guess, and then erased it after coloring. And these down here, this one has a lot of memories behind it. I drew this when I was on a field trip with my concert band in college. I drew this like right before I went to sleep on the first day in that hotel. And it was the first time that we'd ever taken a trip like that in my 5 years of going to college. So it's a lot of memories. And this right here is a character that I just drew because I like sheeps. I like a lot of animals. Cats, sheeps, owls, orcas, jellyfish, vampire squid. She ended up becoming an OC because I uploaded her to Instagram and I kind of fell in love with her. So I was like, turning her into an OC, you know, like usual. Nothing different there. I believe this is something I was going to do for college, for like a project in college, but I ended up not doing it because I thought that it was too boring or simple or whatever. Yeah, this was part of that Tumblr challenge I was talking about before. I think the prompt was your best friend. And at the time I didn't really have any friends. So I drew myself hugging myself in my slightly goth attire. Did I identify as goth back then? Not sure. I guess I was like punk goth or dark goth, whatever. Or dark punk. But yeah, my watercolor definitely got better in that one. This was for another prompt in the Tumblr challenge. This was the first time I'd ever drawn a comic version of one of my stories. I write as well, if you didn't know. And this was a story that I did that was like, a boy's got superpowers and he's been hiding his entire life, but then he falls in love with this girl for the first time and he ends up using his powers to save her or something, and then they have to go on the run. And like here, he has this short curly hair and she has long straight hair, and then later on they have to change their appearance, so she had short curly hair and then like used his glasses because she looked like him, and then he wore the ponytail that she cut off. I skipped the page. There you go. Okay, this is another part of that Tumblr challenge, and I guess it was word of the day. Word of the day: catharsis, a regurgitation of emotion. That's actually a quote that I got from my literature teacher in college. She liked it so much, and I kind of liked it too. Of course, I drew punk dude regurgitating feels. It's definitely Tumblr age, definitely. I think here I was trying to get like the red to go into the blue and create a purple, and that kind of happened, but not really. I was definitely starting to get used to using the Kuretake watercolor markers, but I haven't used those things in so long now. I probably would be just as bad at the beginning. This is supposed to be Goo from Foster Song for Imaginary Friends. She's one of my favorite characters of all time because she's number one. She's a black character from my childhood. Don't see lots of those from my era. I'm surprised at how even the color ended up on her hand. I could never get the color that even. See, up here is kind of blotchy, and up here is kind of blotchy, and all over her face is blotchy, but this one patch just turned out perfect. I love the colors. I think I wanted the rainbow shirt to be brighter, but it ended up being a little more grungy, and I actually like that more. And of course I turned her into punk, because I am Ianova. Hi. Oh yeah, this page started out as just a picture of Freddie Highmore from Bates Motel, but Freddie Highmore is my or one of my favorite actors of all time, so I ended up creating a collage, like a Tumblr collage sort of thing. You know how you see those collages on Tumblr of like one person and it says so cool, oh my gosh, or whatever the heck. And I decided just to start doodling some of my favorite things. I drew a flower crown on Freddie Highmore, and I put like all this stuff around. And some of these things ended up being tattoo ideas as well. I drew a Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. Whew, can't see it. You can't see it. There you go. Majora's Mask, Nintendo cartridge. I traced the outside. So this is like the actual size of an NES cartridge. But then I drew Link, the picture that was on the cartridge. Undertale, 2Punk, Rock for You, Soon TM, just a lot of gamer stuff. Got some anime in there, some Final Fantasy, some mermaids, a circular glycerin, a vampire squid. See, they're everywhere. If I haven't said it before, that vampire squid that's on my profile is supposed to be like the mascot of not only this channel but my brand. I have still yet to give that thing a name. This is another part of the Tumblr challenge that I did. It's I guess the prompt must have been favorite candy, because these are circus peanuts. They're like peanut shaped banana flavored marshmallows, and I've loved those things since I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I posted this on Tumblr, and it's like got so many notes now. Out of everything I posted on Tumblr, it's just super popular. I'm pretty sure this was heavily inspired by Hello Shalay. At least this girl was on YouTube, because she's into alternative culture and she's a black girl like me. And so I was just like, what if I draw a girl that kind of looks like her, but she also has a friend that kind of looks like me? Because that's what I do. And so this girl is supposed to be more closer to my image. She's way lighter than I am, obviously. But she has like the same texture of hair. She has the same color that I want to have in my hair. She's wearing a Two Door Cinema Club shirt. Two Door Cinema Club, it's one of my favorite bands. And she's wearing like similar style of dress that I would wear. And I took the time to make it look like they were taking selfies in a mirror. So I had to put in the background and everything. I didn't even finish it because this is supposed to be like a lamppost. Oh yeah, this is also done with a credit take in color pencil, I believe. Okay, so this is when I started falling out of the Tumblr challenge. Obviously, it's not colored. And this was supposed to be like my inspiration. And as you can see there, I was watching Love Teacup Kisses, and I just drew her little intro background thing. So I was drawing a picture of me drawing while watching drawing. Yeah, and then I just pretty much stopped the Tumblr challenge. Here's a picture of my alter ego, my superhero alter ego, Leroy. I didn't finish this for some reason. It looks like I was trying to do a different style because I didn't really have like a particular style in traditional. I didn't really have one in digital either. Like here, there's not really much of a style going on. Later on, I mean, I got more of a style, but I still didn't have one. So I was just going through all these different styles. Like there's a different one on the next page. Yep. It's a different style of the same girl. And name a different style on that one. So I was just having a hard time trying to choose a style to stick to. Oh, I also make cartoons. This is one cartoon that I started to make in the middle of college, or in the middle of my senior year of college. I had started watching this documentary about two girls who were split apart at birth. The twins who were split apart at birth, and then they find each other later on. For some reason, that inspired me to make another cartoon. And it's about a girl who turns into an orca, or she turns into a human when there's like a disaster or something as a baby. And then she grows up as a human. And then later on she finds out that when she goes into the ocean, she turns into an orca again. It's so much, but I still love this, even though I never really did anything with it. And I'm pretty sure here I was just starting to create her friend Maisie, which literally is like the Scottish version of her name. So her name is Pearl, and Maisie is like Scottish Gaelic for Pearl. And they're friends. It was actually an accident. Formation. Beyonce's Formation. For some reason I decided, hey, let's just draw random things from the song. Okay, so this one, I drew it with an intention of creating a, what do you call those things? A commission sheet, but I like finished the digital version and I never finished the traditional version, or I finished the digital version but not the traditional version. Is that what I said? No, whatever. I'm going crazy. Oh yeah, and I started using the orange color pencil again, which I shouldn't have. I think this is just like supposed to be the future me with a future family. Okay, so long story short, when I was in 6th grade, I had a person who came up to me and she was like, "Hey, let me palm read you." And she was like, 1, 2, 3, you're gonna have 3 kids. And for some reason, ever since then, I've been like, I know I'm gonna have 3 kids. I'm gonna have 2 boys, they're gonna be twins, and then I'm gonna have a girl. So I just went with that. And this is basically supposed to be an alter ego / OC of my future self. See, she's wearing the Orca Word shirt. Oh, Orca Word is the name of the Orca cartoon that I was talking about before. There's a lot of unfinished stuff in here. I was probably going through like a dry spell. Here I was just drawing some of my favorite lyrics as drawings. Happy you got color in your cheeks, in your faded raincoat, and tangled in your hair. So that's from Arctic Monkeys, Don't Wanna Know, and Okay Goes. Can't remember the name of the song, but that's supposed to be her. And down here, and she spoke words that would melt in your hands. That's a Tudor Cinema Club's Undercover Martin, I think the name of it is. And this right here just like completely wraps up what was happening in the past couple of pages. Everything was unfinished. No, there was no color. It's because I was just so stressed out by college. Having my sketchbook in my hand and my messy bun with a pencil in it that I probably couldn't find. Like, where did I put my pencil? You put it in your hair, you weirdo. This is supposed to be Undertale OC. Ink. Never finished it, but I did document it. And of course, it's basically just punk frisk. This is me mapping out one of my OCs, Muriel. As I mentioned before, I have an obsession with aquatic animals. And so I turned a vampire squid into a person. But then I was like, what if I make her a vampire hybrid OC? And so she's like a vampire squid, a vampire bat. Okay, this was me going over a new character from Orca Word. It was supposed to be like the villain OC. Okay, so this top page here is supposed to be me brainstorming for my graphic design class. Basically it was just make a collage based off of 20 interests or something like that. And boy, do I have a lot of flip-flopping interests. I think I just literally drew myself surrounded by the things that I like, with some planets and some fish in my hair because I like space and the ocean. This is another one of my OCs. I decided to draw her in a semi-chibi style. And then, and then I decided to draw her more realistic. She's supposed to be like an OC that just likes dragons a lot. And I gave her a whole bunch of piercings to make her look more like a dragon. Or she has all those piercings because she thinks it makes her look more like a dragon. And she has vitiligo and she's accepted it because she thinks the vitiligo makes her look more like a dragon. And it's a lot. It's really a lot. Okay, and here we have more color. First time in a while. This was also for my graphic design class, and we were just making like our own versions of movie covers that already exist, and I decided to choose Lord of the Rings. Well, she gave us a list of things and said you have to choose one of these things, and the only thing that I was really interested in was Lord of the Rings, so I went with Lord of the Rings. Oops, I actually got a really good grade on this too. Don't know why, but I did. And yeah, I used the Koretake watercolor markers with this as well. And I think I was starting to master it because this looks really good. if the lines are pretty clean, or they look like they're doing what they should be doing, and the color is pretty good, except here. It's a little splotchy, but I'm gonna guess that was probably just the marker. The marker was probably running out or something, and I was just trying to make it work. This is the sheep OC that I showed you before. I guess everything around it is just me trying to brainstorm for classes again. If you've seen my videos before, she may or may not be familiar to you. This is the 4 main characters of my untitled video game project. For my entire super senior year, I pretty much did nothing of projects based around this video game project. That was something that I just came up with, and it actually kind of worked because I got to work on this, something that I love, and include it into my art projects. But yeah, this is a Benedict, Aaronin, Cooper, and Jeremy. These characters are actually very heavily based off of Final Fantasy 15 because my super senior year, the final semester of my super senior year, super senior means 5th year, like you're supposed to be only taking 4 years, but I took a 5th year. I got really into Final Fantasy 15, and when I got back to college, I felt like I lost 4 friends. So I was just trying to find ways to continue to keep Final Fantasy 15 in my life, and this was one of the ways that I did it. So let's start with the one at the top. That was just me, again, a project for my graphic design class. I don't know why I always forget the word class. What the heck? I'll say a lot of these because we had to do a weekly, I believe it was weekly project. So it was a lot. It was a lot. This one down here was a freebie that I did for someone on My Candy Love. It's supposed to be her with her favorite boy, Armin. And My Candy Love is just an otome game. Otome is like dating games for girls. And here's more work for a different OC. This OC was actually really, really old. It was like an OC that I made in 2006, but I brought him back out later on because I had an idea for him that made me really like him. It was actually something that was really heavily based off of Prompto from Final Fantasy 15. So yeah, that's why. Okay, now finally, we're getting into the last little bits of this sketchbook. This is gonna be just all Inktober from here on. Here I have all the prompts. I'm not gonna read them out, but I'm gonna try to see if I can align the camera so you can at least see if you can find out what they say. Yeah. Alright, so the first one I did was this one. Actually really, really liked it. There you go. Actually really, really liked it. And it was the first time that I really tried to incorporate my digital style into my traditional art style. And that's actually a video that I'm planning on creating. Hopefully I don't procrastinate to the ends of the earth like I have been doing. Yeah, I'm going to make a video soon on how to make your traditional art and your digital art kind of look the same. Because I know I always struggled with that problem before I started trying to make it work together. Okay, and this was the second day. I believe this was the third day. I really like this one. It's supposed to be like half sweet, half creepy. And this was the first time that I ever... Ooh, I love this one. This one's probably my favorite out of all of the ones that I did for this Inktober. And look, Vampire Squid. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, this was the first time that I did Inktober. It was fun, but it was really strenuous. Really tedious, really... It burnt me out. Especially since I had so many other things that I needed to do in October that year. I just got burnt out from everything. Like I said, it was fun. I'm glad I did it. But part of me is like, never again. Even though I did do Inktober this last year. It was just way easier because if you saw the challenges on the videos that I made on YouTube, you know, just me taking some picture that already existed and then drawing it to make it look more creepy or whatever. Some of them weren't as good of ideas as it could have been, but you know, coming up with something daily like that is really hard to do. And like I said, I burnt myself out. I love this one up here, the teeny tiny one. I don't know why I'm so into like creepy characters hanging out with little kids, or a little kid creepy character or something like that. If I ever make children's books, it's probably going to be Tim Burton-y, where it's little kids hanging out with creepy people who are actually like really nice or whatever. Because this is supposed to be a giant with a little kid. This boy in the middle here turned into an OC. Every single time I draw, it is in danger of becoming an OC. That's just what I do with my life. Ended up calling him Ro. It's so hard to pronounce it. In Japanese, it's Ro, but here it would be Rio. And he's basically just a demon. Looks like he's 11 years old, but he's actually 1100 years old, and he just trickster and causes trouble. And his color scheme is out of this world. It's like every color that exists in the world is inside his color scheme. Oh. That one right there, Magical Girls. Magical Girls is just like all over my Instagram page. All over it. I've really gotten back into Sailor Moon and stuff like that too. Oh yeah, I forgot. I never even finished it. You done? Alright. What was I saying? So I never finished it because I started it late and I was expecting to end by just like merging prompts together, and I managed to do this one, Climb and Fall. But then the next one I couldn't think about anything good, and I ended up just abandoning at the very last couple of prompts. This one in the middle, Cosmo and Wanda, I believe it was probably ship, and I decided to go with like shipping. Cosmo and Wanda is one of the very first people that I ever shipped, so yeah. This one at the bottom was meant to be the prompt for one of the last or the very last Inktober prompt, but I never finished it because I never figured out what to do with the previous two. See, I was struggling. I even went back to like college mentality and did a thumbnail, and I just couldn't figure out what the heck I wanted to do. I was burnt out. Okay, I believe that's the last page. Yeah. So it was fun. I hope you liked it, and I suspect I'll be doing another sketchbook tour like that pretty soon, because I've been like having a really hard time. I have art block, I guess you can say. I have artist block, and it sucks because just a couple of weeks ago I was like, I want to make a new OC, I want to upgrade this OC, I want to do this and that, and just like suddenly all of it's gone, and I have like no inspiration, and work doesn't help. So hopefully I'll be uploading soon with a different one after this one. If not, I'm super sorry. I'm trying to see if I can balance work in this, but it's a lot harder than it looks sometimes. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.